usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. There's Cooks in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. You talk about this Washington defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Wolf. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense very strong in the victory last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
To throw on 2nd down, Wolf, and this is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Wolf. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Smoke Monday. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gfssl. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gfssl.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Check.
Once more, Gfssl.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Gfssl not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Well, they'll let McLaurin try and run. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Wolf. Right side complete. That's Woods.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. Pretty nice effort.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Wolf. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans.
And this will be taken at the 13. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
They find some open field here.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. His first carry in their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second and 10.
Alert, alert, alert. Right.
Here's a give to Gibson.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Gibson again.
And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McCoy. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll run with Gfssl. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Alert, alert, alert. 14, run it. Cut.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw.
Wolf, he lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Got it, got it, got it.
Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Douglas. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That is caught.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st down, it's Douglas. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wolf. And his throw here is incomplete.
So it looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
There's Gfssl.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Saints 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Turner. All able to avoid him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll go with a ground attack here.
And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Wilson.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Well, that's complete downfield to Cooks.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 59 yards.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point safely through. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Isaiah Foskey able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Wilson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in at the 5.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Throwing to start the drive.
Wolf. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break.
Wolf, he lets it go deep for Olave.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
On second down now, it's Turner. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On third down, Wilson.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Throwing to start the drive. Wolf. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Wolf. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Touch 50, touch 50.
On second down, it's Turner, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner, 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Turner, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A big pickup at 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now.
Wilson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw is Wilson. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball.
He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to 17.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now a give, right side. It's turned and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Go 14.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
12.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
12.
They'll let Robinson try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Makes the score. Commanders 29, Saints 17. Joey Slide kickoff for the Commanders.
Joey Slide out to kick off after the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to the 25 on the touch. 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down. Wolf. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wolf. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Saints.
Up the middle they go. Blackwell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
19 tight.
Back to throw. Wolf. To the sideline and incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
To throw on third down. Wolf. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before.
But 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must.
Not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Turner. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on 1st down. Wolf.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. It's Woods.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Saints.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Commanders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
What?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run again.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third down and 13. Trying to take this home. They'll run.
Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it.
It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Washington,
they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home